Okay. Okay, we're going to record that. Thank you. So today it was okay. Kayaknya kita okay. So the right to union. This is meeting 16, and I think our course is going to finish at the end of September, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Okay. So the right to union. Hak untuk ada di dalam sebuah asosiasi ya, seperti itu. Seperti serikat ya, di dalam serikat. Okay, so if we look at this picture, migrant inflows to 3 key Asian destinations. Oh, to Malaysia, to Singapore, and to Thailand. From 1990, goes all the way to 2015. Yeah, this is in millions. Started in 2 millions, a little above 2 millions, and then maybe a little above 2 millions and a half, 4 millions, a little under 6 millions, just a few inches from 8 millions, and this is probably like 9 millions migrant inflows. So it means that it keeps on increasing, right? So I think the numbers of the people are still the same ya. I mean rata ya, baik di Malaysia, di Singapura, dan di Thailand. Do you agree? Ini rata terus ya? From year to year kayaknya rata terus. Semuanya naik, everything is increasing, tapi semuanya rata ya. Okay. So it means that our interest in working abroad are very high, right? It is proven by looking at this chart, bar chart, terus-terusan naik ya dari tahun ke tahun. Mungkin ini per 5 tahun ya sebetulnya, but still it's increasing from year to year. And if we look at this, barriers to accessing justice ya, apa saja sih yang menjadi kendala atau penghalang ya untuk migrant workers in SEA or Southeast Asia untuk mendapatkan keadilan. The first one is this one, high cost of legal assistance. Jadi kalau ada minta bantuan terhadap dokumen-dokumen hukum ya atau bantuan hukum itu mahal sekali ya. And then fear of retaliation. Anyone still remembers what does retaliation mean? Ayo, ada yang masih ingat? Atau boleh dibuka lagi kamusnya? Retaliation. Anyone?
Pengaruh kuasa.
Pengaruh dari authority ya, dari yang berkuasa ya. Oke. Takut, ya pasti takut. Jangankan di luar negeri, di dalam negeri pun kita sekarang takut ya. Jadi itu adalah salah satu kendala ketika kita di luar negeri, udah lingkungannya asing, bahasanya asing, peraturannya juga totally different probably. So we fear of the retaliation. Okay, and then discriminatory attitudes. Okay, I work abroad before. Mungkin saya tidak selama teman-teman ya bekerja di luar negerinya, but I experience working abroad. Given the fact that I'm wearing hijab, I think somehow in some countries the racism is very thick. Yeah, it happened to me in Europe. People came to me speaking in their languages, even though I don't understand. But of course, I felt intimidated. I felt I was stalked in the market, right? Or drunken people, drunken men actually would come to me and talk to my face, I think it's obviously one of the examples of discriminatory attitudes. Yeah, maybe because of my hijab, maybe because of my skin color. um, I don't know, but I believe it is one of the examples of being discriminated abroad. Yeah. Okay, so the next one is employer tied visas and work permits. Kadang-kadang kita terikat oleh visa kerja atau apa? What is work permits again? I forgot.
Izin kerja.
Izin
Izin
kerja.
kerja.
Izin kerja, yeah. And the last one, lack of information about rights. Yeah, about rights. It happened to one of my friends. She is an American, and the husband worked in Indonesia. When they wanted to go on mudik to the USA, they wanted to bring their helper to the States to help with them. Yeah. But to get the visa, to get the American visa, this helper went to the embassy and went for the interview, the visa interview. Yeah. But the American embassy said, not said, the American embassy asked so many questions to the helper, fearing that my friend, the American, will bring her to the USA as a victim of human trafficking. Yeah. And I think if you guys have Instagram and follow the immigration offices of Indonesia in Indonesia, sekarang lately udah banyak banget petugas imigrasi yang very detailed in asking about our purposes going abroad. Pernah lihat nggak di Instagram? Atau mungkin TikTok?
Ada.
Yeah. So they ask now more detailed and very meticulous, very detailed questions ya. Bapak mau kemana? Ibu mau kemana? Nanti tinggalnya di mana? Ya, very very detailed. Itu jauh berbeda banget dengan ketika 10 tahun yang lalu saya apply paspor ya. Jadi sekarang mungkin awareness of human trafficking, about workers' rights, about migrant workers' rights, ini sudah lebih banyak digalakkan ya oleh our government. Do you agree with that? Please share your experiences regarding all these 5 barriers. Silakan. Anyone would like to share?
Sorry, Miss. Repeat again.
It's okay. Anyone wants to share your experience yang berhubungan dengan 5 hal ini ya. High cost of legal assistance, fear of retaliation, discriminatory attitudes, employer tied visas and work permits, lack of information about rights. I already shared my experiences in discriminatory attitudes ya. Apakah teman-teman ada yang punya pengalaman dengan salah satu dari yang ini? Go ahead, you can tell us your experience.
Oke, Uh, I'm first maybe. Maybe if actually I have no experience, direct experience
Mhm.
about barrier to access justice for migrant worker. But I uh, I hear from my wife
Mhm.
that when work in Singapore, uh, uh, she never make a hijab. No,
Mm.
because the employee not allow he make a hijab in work.
Mm.
So
To wear
uh,
hijab ya?
yeah. So yeah, he work inside home or when he go to market,
Mhm.
the their boss not allow make a hijab. I think this
Mhm.
is a discriminatory attitude, yeah.
Ah,
But uh, I know that in Singapore is not Muslim country like Indonesia, yeah. I
mhm.
think uh, apa ya? They menganggap itu sesuatu yang aneh.
Consider it something unusual, yeah.
Ya, ya. Uh, if about visa and work permit and no problem, but uh, about high cost of legal assistance maybe yes, uh, because my wife have double data.
Okay.
When she worked 10 years ago, make apa ya different data with no, so we must pay something apa beberapa
Some fee.
ya. Hmm, I think
Uh,
this my experience.
okay, okay. Well, I think it's a direct experience, yeah, about the payment. Indirect experience about the hijab, yeah. Okay. All right. Savitri, do you have any experiences related to all these five barriers?
For me, from my experience, I don't have any barrier yeah, to accessing justice because I'm not a migrant workers. But my uh, discriminatory attitudes, like yeah, general,
Mhm.
but I just forgot what my just this just general the discriminatory attitude yeah I'm forgot because it's already in the past when I'm still in elementary students.
Mm,
But for my as a researcher
mhm,
and also as a activist who work in a labor migration policy,
mhm,
I see a lot of migrant worker have this barrier to accessing justice, such as
mm,
discrimination,
mm,
attitude, like stigma
mm,
before they leave their country. They the family and the society think they will be bring money back home,
mm, mm,
so they will be become a rich person if they already go there, and then after they fail to be successful migrant worker because of these yeah, lack of protection, lack of education, preparing education, and then they have to go back. There is uh, stigmatized on them, especially on women. Um, women have a double burden for the problems ya. She has to become tulang punggung keluarga itu apa, Miss?
Backbone, the
Apa?
breadwinner,
Yeah, the breadwinner of the family, and then stick.
Savitri, are you okay? We cannot hear you. Savitri. Yang lain bisa dengar saya kan? Atau tidak?
Bisa,
Yeah,
Sarah.
I hear you.
Okay.
Maybe
I hear you.
Savitri
Sa-
thirsty.
Okay. We can go back to Savitri later. What about you, Nadia? Do you have any experiences regarding the barriers?
For me, I'm not have experience for barriers, but I have members in my organisasi in Kabar Bumi. She's have experience discriminatory attitude. She is a migrant workers, and she is work for Chinese family.
Okay.
And in gimana sih, selama bekerja dia enggak mendapatkan perlakuan yang tidak enak, during working. She is not wearing this discriminatory attitude to race and religion. She was not allowed to carry out his allowing religion obligation, such as wearing the hijab and then praying for 5 times a day. And then the clothes, not Muslim clothes, bajunya nggak boleh yang panjang gitu, nggak boleh yang lengan panjang. Ya. And then the lack of knowledge about the protection. She's run away from employers, China's families, and look for work with new employers.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is outside the visa and permits from initial job offer. Jadi kan visanya itu kan visa kerjanya atas nama keluarga yang pertama itu, yang keluarga Cina itu. Jadi karena dia kaburan dan visanya itu dianggap tidak berlaku, and then she's labeled as illegal migrant workers and make him detained at the police station in Malaysia.
Oh, I see. It's difficult, because the work permit is from the employer X, for example, but the worker cannot stand it anymore. Udah nggak tahan ya, diperlakukan tidak baik ya. But then when this worker went to find another employer, this caused trouble, because of the work permit, I see. Okay, so it's actually discriminatory attitudes, and then employer tied visas and work permits. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you,
thank
Nadia.
you.
Okay. Aris, are you available to say something? Go on.
Miss,
Okay.
based on this picture, the barriers of the migrant workers, I mean, it's like in my context,
Mhm.
because they have their own family in the, for example, Malaysia, so they cross.
We cannot hear you, Aris. Aris? Kayaknya internet di Aris masih belum stabil ya koneksinya. Okay, I'm sorry Aris. So we will get back to you ya kalau udah bisa bicara lagi. Okay, guys. So we talk about this already ya. Looking at the bar chart, ini memang selalu increasing. It means that our interest in working abroad ini selalu bertambah dan selalu naik ya. Now, number 2, the second point. Based on your knowledge or experience as an activist, which of the barriers do migrant workers face the most? Kan ada 5 nih ya. High cost of legal assistance, fear of retaliations, discriminatory attitudes, employer-tied visas and work permits, and lack of information about rights. Which one of those that the migrant workers face the most or experience the most? Let's start with Safitri.
Yes. Which barriers do migrant workers face the most? I think discriminatory attitudes.
Mhm.
Because the a lot of people always associate the migrant worker is blue collars
Mhm.
workers with
Mhm.
vulnerable job like
Mhm.
domestic workers, and then this make them have discriminatory attitudes like education, uh, even though they are uh, like in Singapore, Malaysia,
Mhm.
they have a free time and then they go to the course to increasing their knowledge with the skill knowledge, and but sometimes it's not the Indonesian governments and and the uh, destination country is not still not respect her have a higher background, higher skill,
Mhm.
and then cannot, and then after they're going back home, even she work as a domestic worker, and then she can cook a lot of food like Chinese or Indian or Malay, but when she want to become a chef in Indonesia, there is no place, there is no integrated system on working because there is no certification, even though they have, but it's not usable in Indonesia. And then they also have a social culture and psychology as a woman, far from their children or their family, they have to work until they migrate too long, like 5, 10 years and 15 years. So after they going back, they feel disconnected with the family. The family knows her like only give them knows her like apa ya
By name.
uang untuk apa ini tabungan apa tuh
Saving.
yeah, there a lot of money only see her as a profit woman.
Oh, as an
So
ATM.
yeah, ATM, yeah, as an ATM, because you have to because a lot of migrant worker when they're working abroad, most of them, if they have a children, they concern on the education and they want their children have a better education and a better life, and then they sometimes wait until 15 years, 10 until 15 years, and then they become a ATM machine. Then when they're going back home, is feel disconnected. The children of the migrant worker feel disconnected with their mom, and then discriminate, and then when she's back home no longer working, uh, because they have a problem with their husband, because so long she going abroad, and then she's become a single mom, and then she no longer become an ATM, and then the family give her job as to become a caregiver of their mother if the mother is sick.
That is sad. Honestly, that
Yeah.
is sad. Yeah.
So all her life have to become apa ya, harus melayani terus gitu.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Basically, the
going
ATM machine for life.
yeah, ATM machine as a wife, and then disconnected with her family and a son or her daughter. But when we see going back, because perhaps he don't have any good relationship with his husband, because he's have too long on migration in the migration process, as he become a single woman, divorce, and then become a single woman. Then when she going back after 45-year-old or 50-year-old, the family think that she cannot work anymore. She cannot be an ATM. But sometimes the family, when I see in a village level, the family apa ya, mempekerjakan dia, help mempekerjakan dia kalau ada ibu, if they have a mother and then the mother is sick, so she will be helping their mother take care her
Okay.
mother. Yeah, yeah, because you don't have a family anymore, don't have husband, she has a free time. So the big family think that it's okay, you now is divorced, you become a single woman, so you can take care of our mom who's sick, something like that.
Understood.
Yeah.
That's also sad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for sharing. So, for you, two barriers, yeah, discriminatory and employer type visas and work permits, yeah. Okay, all right. Let's go to Mang Iding. What do you think, Mang Iding?
Yeah, I think there are some most important for migrant worker, yeah, especially in woman migrant worker. First, there are not migrant worker without problem before, as, and after. Why? Because every migrant worker go to abroad, actually they have a big problem with the family, with economic, with the others problem.
Okay.
So apa ya? Ini yang membuat apa ya? She go to abroad without knowledge. She
What do you mean
just
by without knowledge?
yeah. About knowledge about the country. I think like I want go to Malaysia, but I don't know how about social
Okay. Go and
cultural.
work, yeah, without having a good
Mhm.
background knowledge of
Yeah,
the country, the
yeah,
destination country.
yeah. I think this.
Okay.
So and then about knowledge, and then about management of money.
Money management,
Yeah,
okay.
money management. And third, about family.
Okay.
Yeah. So I agree with Savitri said that family is one big problem for migrant worker.
Okay.
Yeah, because see like ATM scene. Yes, it's true.
Mhm.
Because the family have in Indonesia, maybe the family have the kid, the husband, or their parent have a big home and a motorcycle, but the family not think about how the migrant worker do it in the maybe like Singapore or Malaysia or Hong Kong.
Mm.
Oh,
At their okay, at the work at the country where they work in.
yeah, it's very heavy duty. And
Okay.
then how about management, money management? Several of migrant workers give or send all the money to the family. She
Mhm.
not saving for herself.
Yeah, her own saving. Yeah.
Yeah, saving. So when he go back to Indonesia, she have no money. And then if the money if finish apa habis ya, finish ya,
Finish.
she must go back again. She must go back again. She
Yeah,
must go back again.
because or else how everyone, because everyone depends on the worker, right?
Yeah, and then in and then this is make like apa ya, like satanic circle.
Yes, I understand. Yeah.
Like a
Because
satanic
if
circle.
this worker doesn't go back to work, then
Mhm.
there is no money for her, or for her, for him, or for anyone, for everyone in the family.
Yeah. And then when he walk in the country, he apa ya, dia tidak memanfaatkan waktu luang to learn anything.
Yeah. Okay.
Like apa computer course or baking course or the others lah.
I see.
So when he go home, she have nothing.
Mm,
Maybe this is the big problem or the barrier to migrant workers. Yeah.
mm.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
So
you.
that's from Mang Iding's perspective, yeah. But we heard from Savitri's speech earlier. Even for those who have better skills, when they returned to Indonesia, they couldn't find a job because in Indonesia, the employers ask for a specific certification. Yeah, they probably as the workers they don't have it yet, or they don't know that how to get that certification, or where to get the certification, or how much to pay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's try Aris again. Yeah. Aris, can you try speaking now? Maybe not yet. Okay, then. Thank you, Maiding and Safitri. Let's go listening to Nadia's opinion. What do you think, Nadia?
Um, yeah, maybe yeah, very important the lack of information about rights and about how the lack information uh, for for uh, for example when the migrant workers in the um, tadi ya lupa tempat penampungan shelter
Shelter.
when the migrant the calon pekerja migran in the shelter, they are not informed about the legal protection, the legal protection mechanism, and how about the law in country placement, and then rights of gimana sih? And how about their rights while working?
Okay.
They not informed about them. But if any kejadian jika ada kejadian gimana sih bilangnya?
If there is an occasion or incident.
Yeah, if any incident, if any victim for violence, if any maybe the migrant workers any experience for violence, they don't know where to report.
Right. They don't know how to report and where to report it. Yeah.
Yeah, they do not report to it, and yeah, the same for the same by my members' experience. She run away, but any migrant workers too. They prefer to work with open heart because fear of retaliation, fear of retaliation. Retaliation benar ya bacaannya. She afraid to demand the rights, and then she is afraid to demand the rights. They are afraid of being subject to violence, of being fired or deported.
Right.
For deported because they demand a lot.
Yeah, it's really scary for them to get fired. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anything else, Nadia?
Maybe mungkin itu udah.
Okay. All right. Wow. We spent a lot of times talking about this. Yeah. Okay. Does anyone would like to answer the third point? This one. How could joining a trade union help them eliminate or reduce the barriers? Ada yang sudah ready menjawab? Savitri?
Joining the trade union. Yeah, I think is joining trade union is help the migrant worker to reduce the barrier, because when they're joining the trade union, not only them, not only her or they or he by himself or she, uh, who has a problem, but all the migrant, all the people in a trade union have the same problems. And then if they have any problems such as pelanggaran pelanggaran kontrak,
Violation.
yeah, violation of contract, or they need for the case handling, the union will help them. And then if in a country of destination, I think they cannot have the union because lot of most of the country of destination can give the right to associate for the migrant workers. Only Hong Kong, I think they have the law, but all the migrant workers in ASEAN and Pacific cannot have right to association. But they have like community, and this community will help them to help if there is migrant workers go outside, they have day off, and then sometimes when they have the day off and then they joining the organization or trade union, they share their problems, and then the community give the solution. Oh, you should speak some if she has a problem with their employer on the communication, they give her or he advice. And then if there's any complaint, and then they will give advice on law, so she or he can bargain to their employers.
It really helps them to have more backup, ya, Savitri.
Yeah,
And
and encourage and help to encourage. They have like confidence, skill, because I quote somebody said, the best medicine for the migrant worker is the migrant worker itself and the community of the migrant workers. So they like sharing, something like that.
Okay. Thank you, Savitri, for sharing. Okay, so indeed it will help the migrant workers if they join a trade union. Yeah. Okay. All right. Mang Iding, go ahead.
Okay. If yeah, actually, every migrant worker must join trade union because a lot of benefit in trade union they can get it. Like if there are some problem about law in the country, he can trade union can pick up them. So like there are something benefit too if the migrant worker join to trade union, like they have they get some skill, information, and the others benefit. I think this. So every migrant worker must joining a trade union.
So it will give them more
Yeah,
benefit. Yeah.
yeah. Because if she in the work in the abroad, if she not joining a trade union in abroad, uh, she will lonely. She will lonely. Apa ya, sendiri ya. Okay.
Yeah. She
So
will be
if there
very
are
alone
some,
and lonely.
yeah, so if there are some problem, I believe that she will confuse and she will apa ya, she will kebingungan ya, confused ya.
Yeah,
Bingung.
she will be confused.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So there are some migrant workers apa ya, melapor ke kita tentang
Report.
ya, report to our organization if there are something problem about discrimination attitude, about lack of information about right, or the others, many problem gitu. I think that's enough.
Okay. Okay. If they join the trade union, at least they know they have someone or some people to help them with any problems, right?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Mang Eding. Nadia, do you have any opinion on the third point? This one?
Yeah. Maybe how about join a trade union? We can provide education, understanding of freedom of association to migrant workers, and then if any case, we can involve in handling the case. We can provide legal support too for migrant workers victim of violence. The many sangat banyak jenis kekerasan. We can provide legal support for them, and then we can introduce migrant workers contact person, nomor yang bisa dihubungi atau
Okay.
organisasi yang ada di negara penempatan, like in mana ya? Lupa.
It's okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So all of you agree that joining a trade union will be beneficial for workers abroad, yeah, for Indonesian workers abroad, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
Right. So we have talked about so many things, right?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to give you an exercise. I will share it on our WhatsApp group. Okay. As usual, it's our vocabulary practice. Yeah. I will let you guys find the what is that? Find the meaning, match the meaning to the words here on our learning apps application. Okay. Is 5 minutes enough, guys, or do you need more time? Let's try 5 minutes. Yeah, I will pause the recording when you are looking for the definition. Okay. All right. All right. So I will share our screen now. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay, I will put them all together now. Sorry. Okay, I'll put them here. This is basically what we have in our module, yeah? Okay. Okay. All right, guys, sorry. Okay, Safitri, give me one box with its definition.
Collective bargaining,
Collective bargaining. Okay, which one?
a process of negotiation between representative of worker and employer to establish the condition of employment.
Okay, this one, yeah? Oh,
Yeah.
all right, thank you. Collective bargaining. Okay, all right, thank you. Nadia, go ahead.
Fundamental human rights, the rights to life and liberty, freedom from slavery and torture, freedom of opinion and expression, the rights to work and education, and many more.
Okay, this one with this, yeah? All right. Okay, Mang Iding, go ahead.
Choose easier, more easier. Work permit.
Work permit. Okay,
Yeah.
which one?
A document that you need if you want to work in a foreign country.
This one, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Back to Safitri.
Yes. Just a minute. Mental freedom of association, the right of individual to interact and organize among themselves to collectively express, promote, and pursue and defend common interests.
Okay. All right. Mang Iding, back at you.
Labor market.
Labor market. Okay.
Yeah.
Which
Labor
one?
market. Mana tadi ya?
Huh?
ketutupan.
Sorry. It's difficult.
Under migrant worker.
Which one?
I think.
Okay.
Relation between employee.
This one.
Oh, sorry. Labor relation. Mana tadi ya?
This one?
No.
Oh, this one is labor.
No. Ada demand-nya, ada demand.
Demand.
The available for employment and labor in term of supply and demand.
Which one?
Paling bawah pojok kanan.
Oh, this one. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Siapa namanya? Nadia.
Yang mana yang belum ya? Work perm, oh udah. Remediation.
Mediation. Okay.
remediation, the process by which harm is gimana
Appropriately.
bacanya?
Mhm.
Appropriately and effectively redressed or corrected.
Okay, alright. Masih ada 3 lagi, silakan Safitri.
Which one? Public procurement.
Okay.
The process by which public authorities such as government department or local authorities purchase work, goods, or services from company.
Purchasing ya.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, Mang Iding, between trade union and collective agreement.
Trade union.
Okay, go ahead.
I think the action of making someone leave a country and return to the country they come from.
Are you sure?
I don't think so. Maybe an organization, association work.
Which one? This one and this one, yeah?
The organization as
Okay, all right. So Nadia, you are left with collective agreement.
Collective agreement is agreement between employers and representative from trade union or staff as association that allow negotiation of terms and condition of employment.
Okay. All right. Ini acak-acakan ya. Next time I will not place them like next to each other. It's better to be on top of each other, yeah? Okay. Let's check. Whoa! Awesome. We did find the solution. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, guys, today I don't think we have enough time for our 5-minute presentation, but I guess you can always do it with Miss Ashanti next week. But the most important is we practice our speaking skill today a lot of times, right? Ranging from talking about the demonstration, the situation in our country, and then we give our opinions and based on our experiences, based on the infographic that we saw earlier, right? Okay. All right. Anything that you would like to add before we say goodbye?
okay. Can you write at group or air chat, Zoom chat box your address, Miss?
My address?
Yeah,
Address?
yeah.
Oh, you would like to send me something, huh?
I will note. I will note if
Okay.
maybe sometime I will go to Bandung.
Oh, okay. I will send my address in our WhatsApp group, okay?
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Mang Idin want to visit it.
Lembang.
Yeah. And
I want to go
And
to
if it-
Tangkuban Perahu.
Oh, yeah. Visit the
If I-
volcano.
if I have a meeting in Bandung, I will visit it you also.
Yay! Of course. Everyone is welcome. Okay, all right. Thank you then. I'll see you in the next 2 weeks. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.